Recently, a lot of people have been asking me about my sales approach and sales philosophy. It's what I use to train teams within boutique fitness and wellness and to design sales processes. And what I base it on is my version of the hero's journey combined with exercise psychology. You may think that you don't know the hero's journey, but I bet you've come across it many times in movies, TV shows and theatre, anywhere that someone is telling a story. The hero's journey storytelling framework was developed by Joseph Campbell in his 1949 book, The Hero with a Thousand Faces. It combines ancient mythology with human psychology to outline the stages that a hero goes through in this story arc, and it's one that has been repeated time and again. And this is because humans love patterns and they love things that feel familiar. So this is why I use the hero's journey within my sales approach, and you can start to look out for these patterns too in your favorite movies and your favorite plays once you get to see the stages that are involved in telling this story or mapping this hero's journey. And the hero's journey can be seen as a cycle. It starts in the status quo, which is everyone's favorite place to be. It's the default settings that you're going to be up against anytime you're trying to influence a change in behavior, such as starting a new exercise program or signing up to that new boutique fitness studio. There'll then be some kind of call to adventure to begin the quest towards the goals that you've been thinking about for all this time. So in sales, this is when you take the first steps towards being aware of a product or offer. Maybe you see an advert or you read a marketing email, and then you make that first inquiry, you make that booking, or you make that trial registration. You click on the call to action. As the hero considers setting out on their quest towards their goals, the role of the companion becomes important. So this is someone to fan the early flames of motivation to take those first steps, with the promise of being alongside them for every step of the way. And this for me is the role that the salesperson plays in the journey. For me, sales is all about working beside someone. I'm lucky because within the fitness and wellness industry, this primarily means for me working with people to help them be motivated to get started on a new fitness program or nutrition plan. And so, alongside the companion will also be a guide. So this will be an expert or an authority figure that can outline the path that's going to be required for the hero to achieve their goal. And of course, a single person, if you really push, could play the role of both the companion and the guide. But in my systems, my approach, I find it works best to have a more knowledgeable person who actually will deliver the service that you're selling to perform the role of the guide. They'll then be able to provide that authority figure to be able to say, to achieve your goals and accomplish this quest, this is the path that you must follow. These are the actions you have to take. And so there will be some early challenges, things like booking in to visit or actually turning up, for example. But once the hero is well on their way, they're building momentum towards their goal of completing their quest. The third act, a dragon appears or some other seemingly insurmountable obstacle, and the hero faces a late crisis and runs back down the path and away from that obstacle. And in sales, this is often at the point of making that purchase decision. Again, much easier to just run back to the status quo, put off making a decision, put something off. So you'll often come up against this scary dragon of an objection when you ask your prospective new customer to make a purchase decision. And so here it is the role of the companion again, to go back towards the hero, to reassure them about the challenge that they face and remind them of the reasons that they set out on this quest in the first place. So, with this added resolve, the hero conquers their final challenge and enjoys the treasures of achieving their goal. They return to their everyday life forever changed and improved, back to the status quo, but it's a new status quo made significantly better by the product or service that you provided them with. So there you have it. That's how I use a classic, almost 80-year-old framework based upon millennia-old philosophy and mythology combined with modern-day psychology to help design sales journeys, sales processes, and train salespeople. Let me know anytime you spot the hero's journey in any of the movies that you watch, TV shows, or plays. And thank you for watching.